So good morning squad again man. So hapa tuseme ni tarehe ngapi? Today is on the 4th of January and iki tunaambianga you happen the same way on a daily basis. So what we having on hapa on these charts, I'll be taking you through today is 04th of Jan 2023, right? Yeah, so what we are going to attempt right here on these charts, maybe to look at the positions that were available on gold today. Hizi ni positions that were traded all over the world, not just mine, but for those people who actually know how to move their money around in this market, then this is the positions they were looking at, right? So without wasting no time, let's dive in. Tupige hiyo snippet very fast and then we call it a day. So what we have on here, hizi ni analysis za jana and wacha nizitoe kidogo these call outs. So with these call outs, kuna kitu we are going to go through. Let's have some call outs pia za leo and so on the first point that we are going to look, at where we open for the day. Now this is to be exact, the open of today's of that January. Gold ilifungua on this, na ikifungua ilifungua Asian session. So for this penye tunaangalia, this is where Asian open, lakini Asian ikifungua inakuanga it's the general opening for the whole session. Ikisema session inamaanisha like today, right? So Asian opened at 1838.45. That was the opening of the day, and nitawapeleka hapo nyuma kidogo so that we understand why we are opening at this zone. So tutarudi jana kidogo tuangalie. Now for this candlestick which I'm having my cursor on right here, if we go to New York's time frame, tukienda masaa ya New York, then you find that this candle is exactly at 9:30, right? So hii candle ikiwa 9:30, this means that this is the volume that is coming in for NYC main session, ndio. So what happened with this session? We opened, this is 9:30 NYC main session. We drive towards 1850, ndio, na tukiangalia 1850, we had tapped it jana asubuhi tukitumia London pre, tukatap hapo. Unaona this candle was the London main session coming in now. You see this particular time at London session, the moment it opened, it sold into London pre and tukabreak ile support ilikuwa formed during London pre, maybe going all the way down now to test these zones za Asian. Hii ilikuwa move ya Asian ya jana asubuhi. So tukiona hizo pieces zote, if we stack them together, then turudi hapa kwa NYC. Once NYC tap into this London main, unaona volume iligeuka and we continue selling into even this NYC main session yenye ilifungua 30 minutes on this candle. So tukiona hiyo info, we can go on to call this one is the low of yesterday's NYC. By this time zinakuanga zimecombine na London session. So this is the lows that this particular time in the markets were able to form. Na tukiangalia this candlestick, mimi nawaambianga every time man, I want to know this candle ilichora hivi saa ngapi na ilikuwa masaa gani. That's what I go with. So once we look at this candle, tuna realize that it's opening it at 16:00. That is London time. Hiyo inamaanisha by this time London ni kufunga inafunga. Well, so what happened? They closed and now the only player in the market is NYC, right? NYC created this support form and we had this drive. Now notice once we came in NYC peke yake, We can even look at the how many hours for this. Almost 3 hours. NYC came across this resistance jana ikiwa peke yake, right? Now we come into today, tunakuja leo na tunaanzia wapi? Tunaanzia Asia. Why this is the first session of the day to start activity in the markets, si ndio? So Asian we open venye tumesema 1838.45 and for the first 1 hour now, here we're looking on the 30 minutes. For the first 1 hour ama tukisema for the first 30 minutes we ended up selling into support form yenye ilikuwa formed by NYC once it came across this resistance, and with that Asian decides to support this one. Hadi hapo tumeelewana. Now for anybody who comes in NYC na maybe they use this style of mind to trade, then right here there was an available trade you can actually take. Najua most of you will be expecting maybe to have 100 people run about as a day trader, man. Hiyo haipeningi vivi unless when the markets are so much volatile, and we are going to take it to look at the first entry right here. Sitaenda so much detail. Yesterday I did a detailed analysis on how this candlestick are formed, and I remember I was telling you for you to take a trade using the 30 minutes. Most of the time tunaangalianga easy lows kama zina respect each other, you know, the previous must respect enye ilikuwa formed before it, and so on and so on. So conferences hapa ni one, we tap into the NYC support na inakuwa supported again by Asia. Now this one is like 1 2 3 4 for the fifth touch on this zone. Asian supports this. Now if we have any support from coming in here, what are we expecting? We're looking to break at NYC crossing resistance, ndio, since now this one is Asian resistance yenye ili come across NYS when they are coming. Maybe we are going to break it early in the morning tukiwa Asia, ama kama hatuta break, then we'll be going to the opposite direction, and that's the same info you put in hapa. So yeah, I don't trade Asian personally, but I like to sometimes come in niangalie hizo praise the way they are happening. So tukikuja hapa niliwaambia that analysis is one thing. Now when it comes to execution, putting your money in these markets, it melts down to a whole nother, you know, level. Why? Niliwaambia because now when you're moving around your money, you have to consider the price, the ticks. Hizo ticks ndo zitadetermine your stops and maybe your, kama hiyo entry yako itakuwa right according to you. So we go down to the same factor we use on this one. We are going to scalp at each pip tutainunua at 100. So what are we going to do on this one? First tuseme it's Asian, right? Sometimes Asian has volume, not sometimes you kuanga na volume, but not all the days that utapata this explosion. Sometimes Asian may decide to range. Sometimes actually you might find it has volume to break these levels. Now see, if you were to break above this NYC resisting zone, then for me personally ningekuwa najua tunaenda to the next level, which came in hapa jana in NYS, and as we continue maybe we go on to this one. Yesterday's Milan session penye ilifungulia all the way tukienda to 1850. I remember I touched on this point yesterday. It's a psychological level, and then from there we were looking to go towards 1856, of which we tapped it. Right now is London session, right? So where was the trade taken on this one? The only way you could have taken a trade on this play hapa ya ya Asian ingekuwa hivi. Maybe you'd anticipate the way we've seen these candlesticks are respecting each other's lows. Then for me, what I will know automatically is that maybe the next candlestick that is going to come in, na tuki-anticipate at this time we have volume, then I'll be looking for this high to be broken. But as we break this high, we are going to respect this low. So that's factor number one for me. Inamaanisha aje, you have to have the full pip count on this candlestick, which is coming in at around 24 pips, which means if you want to use dynamics risk management, maybe kama uko na hizo stops za 24, instead of you moving buying each pip at 100, you can try maybe buy each pip at 50 bob. Now when you get the hit on this one, in case we have this candle activate breaking these lows, breaking these highs, alafu we flip to come to break this low, then if you use around 50 shillings, utapata that your risk itashuka from the 2400 when you moving around 100, itashuka to around 12. Now maybe you can even scaling down from there, useme maybe 12 is so much for me, I'm going to scale down again. Maybe you do me like 25 shillings. You can move it. You can buy each pip at 25 shillings, right? Hiyo ikiwa kando. Now let's go down to the trade. Now see, if you're comfortable with taking this trade, this is the entry, man. Entry this particular trade ingekuwa hapa. Now why is it coming around this level? Looking to the left, ilikuwa NYS crossing resisting zone, and if this zone will resist NYS ikifunga, that means if we have volume coming in Asia, it's very likely for us to be breaking this zone. And the way we are going to break into this zone, it will determine, one, if we have maybe volume, right? So what we have as our stops now. See, kama wewe ni beginner, most probably you will find yourself utakuwa unatumia these stops are previous that, but as you go with time utapata that you can actually be able to use the current low as your stops also. Na tukitumia hizo current lows, then we might be sitting at around 15 pips. So with your 15 pips, if you're looking to have a buy stop at 1840, let me put my buy stop right here. Tufanye text ikuwe kubwa kidogo. Now see, if you're looking for your buy stop above this candle and you decide maybe to use the, well, before activation unaweza decide to put your stops there, but in yako you have to decide on your own. And if you're using this one for the current at 15 pips, then we can try and look at the way your trade had been configured, right? So we said for your first TP we are looking at this NYC jana yenye ilikuja hapo na ubaya. Tuone. Now we can say once we coming in to touch into this zone, NYC jana, maybe you're going to cross full position. Now let's see how this trade looks like. Going down to the maths, trade this whole range to the left side is sitting at 40 pips, and if you're moving around your 100, then utapata this is coming in with around 4,000 without you closing in purchase. But if you decide maybe to take out some profits as the trade happens, maybe you say I'm going to pull out maybe my first profits tukishapiga 25, then you find your position will reduce to the main 4,000 yenye ilikuwa inaingia bila purchase. And now because you're pulling out the money in the markets before your TPs zikuwe hit, your earnings in this one trade zitaenda low. Now why am I going back to Asian? Enda Asian so that tuelewe concept ya London, right? We've seen where the buy stop was on Asian if you took a trade on Asian, and now we're going to look at the second one. Now this is the session I trade, and up and I personally I come to move my money around. So tuanzia one, we had Asian driving up, and this candle yenye nakwanga nimemark with this ka white arrow hapa utaiona ina so many analysis of mine. This one is London pre-trading opening up, and tukiangalia before it opens up there is this resisting zone yenye inafanyika hapa Asian. Now let me move this one here. There's this Asian resisting, so we have London sells into a ranging zone. Well, inaitangwa flag, but mine it's not a flag because I have to consider which time period it is. So London opens up, sells into a zone, we form a support form. This is pre within the first 1 hour tuko na hiyo support form. We break Asian resisting zone on this candlestick. Now we go to the same concept that we used to spot our entry. First lazima tuangalie at how much our stops are sitting at. Tukiangalia stops zai zinakalia around 32 pips. That means for me, if I'm moving 100, then I'm going to get hit. If I get hit for the full position, I'm looking at a loss of 3,200, I'm at $32, right? So for me, I will not take this trade. One thing, it's because if you're looking for the next candlestick respecting these lows, na tutumie this high to activate the trade, hiyo inamaanisha that I will be, if you are using this high to activate the trade na nitumie its lows at its top, itakuwa na risk so much on this trade than if I wait on to get another opportunity. So with this candlestick, yes, we've broken above the Asian resisting zone, but for the stops for me, hizo zinaniambia then this one is not something for you to be going into it, right? Now we go on with the next play. Now I also want to show you certain dynamics right here on this one. Iko hivi. First, let's look at what is sitting above this candle. We have one a psychological level which is 1850. It's the psychological level. Kama umekuwa game for a while, you know why this level is called a psychological level. And this is what happens next. We have the in around 6:30. This candle does not break this high and does not break this low. So for me najuanga, once I have something like this, I kinda like to call it a new dynamics in the markets, right? Because tukiangalia backwards, look at this play when we are trading upwards. We have this candle respecting each other's lows, and we have them breaking each other's highs. Sindio? So for us to continue driving right here, then tunge expect we have this high broken, and if maybe we are aggressive risk takers, then tungetumia the current lows, maybe zai candle, if you are trying to force your way into this trade, right? But with this candle not breaking this high, then hata kama you have a buy stop right here, it should not be activated at this point. Sindio? Turudi. Now this next candle comes in with around in a sitting 24 pips, right? So since we are seeing these lows respecting each other, E row may respect E, na E row may respect E. So if we have the next dynamics also coming in now, we are going to expect if the next candle does not break these lows, then it will break these highs if you are trading actually to the upside, right? And now this is where the trade is. You can say, well, since we've already broken above this zone and unaona the next candle aka kanichangwa sijui sikumbuki kalikuwa kanaitwa hammer for the new beginners coming in. Well, maybe you can decide if you are going to continue, if you are going to break this high, then maybe I might have a buy stop on this zone. Now kumbuka hii ni pre-London, we have volume iko already, right? And we just broken above Asian resisting zone. Kama tume break resisting zone ya Asian, then we driving upwards, we going somewhere, tunaenda juu tukiendanga, respecting the bias of the day. So acha tutengeneze hii. Maybe you can have your buy stop right there now. For your stops, first tukipima the previous candle, it's sitting on around 26 pip, sindio? See, the same way we used this high to take a trade and use the now close once we have the trade activated. The same way I would have approached this trade. Now isi yenu nawaambia this is my trading, the way I do it. Now instead of these 26 pips, I will maybe consider, if we're breaking this high, I'm going to use the current lows. So the current lows inatumia around 12 pips. Nukiangalia hiyo low is even above the Asian pre. So this is what I'll be looking at. I'll be looking at maybe once we get activated, I will kuna kitu inaitwa to move your stops to be at this time, because of this psychological level 1850. Maybe acha tuweke hiyo trade, let's call it out so that it's visible for everybody. Tunatumia stops za 12, so tuki move around, so inamaanisha if we get hit by any time, tunakuwa hit around 1200, right? And if we manage actually to scalp into 20 plus pips, then we can easily get away with two ngwisi. Now right here there was some few levels nilikuwa naangalia. One, I was looking at this 1850 psychological level, and there is another level, if we could go to the backwards in a touch around 1856, and this is what I'm going to be showing you the exact level in a minute. Let's use a higher time frame. Then do you have no data, man? Kuna hii zone. So there was this zone which is sitting above 1856. Then for me, I was looking to tap into 1856. Now the next range that would come above that ingekuwa the range sitting above this zone. Imeenda wapi tena? Ningeangalia maybe a zone like this one. Naona hapa kuna some trading that actually happened around this level. Ningeangalia kutoka 1867 towards 1870 zone, because as you can see, the next high from here it's sitting at around 1875, which is also a psychological level kama ile ya 1850. So unapata this biz, hii biz ya FX, it's not actually you getting lucky ama Am you getting somebody who can trade for you? It goes down to can you actually be able to read these markets, and then hiyo ni factor number one. Can you actually be able to execute on your own money to make them profits? Hesabu yako inakaaje? So maybe I would have used this 1850 as my BE zone. Inamaanisha that immediately we see price tap into that zone, ninge move my tool right there. Kameenda wapi? Yeah, I would have moved my TP hapo and actually being able to manage the risk, because Suliona, what happened right here yesterday, we tapped into this zone and actually flipped. Now hii ingefanya hiyo shit isi happen today, but in the same way we can say we have filled these weeks. Easy weeks za jana zimekuwa filled, and we might actually continue to drive above this price that the 1850 zone that we have identified in this case. So this would have been the trade. Maybe 1850 I would have closed in some purchases at 20 plus pip, maybe 20-25, and then I would have another position maybe closed in at tuseme 32 pips. Hiyo ni yangu, that's the way I move my money, maybe right there at 32 pips, and will have left the remaining maybe running towards 1856 as E point to identify jana. So now let's go down to the mass of this one. Right here you'll be risking around 1500. Now see, if you are to close about 50% at 25 pips, that means you're closing in at your first purchase itakuwa ina contain 1250, sindio? You have another 50 remaining in the market, then you have another 32 pip runner. Unatafuta another 32 pips. Now with the 32 pips you can close in another 50% of the money remaining in the market, itakuwa 25 shillings. In total you have 75 shillings crossed, but they have been crossed in different pip counts. Ya kwanza tumeona imekuja na 1250. Now for the 32 pip, if you're moving it with around 25, then let's see, utakuwa una sit in around we have 25 shillings. We have 25 shillings, and you'll be looking for 32 pips with it. So the next closing comes in with around 800. So if you add to the first purchase, then on this position you will be sitting on around 2050 EV. And for me, I usually like to have the remaining that purchase maybe kama hiyo 25 bob itabaki kwa soko, maybe run up into a TP that I would have anticipated by then. And in this case, the TP zone we're looking at is sitting at around 79 pips. So for the next 25 shillings are going to come in with around 70 pips. So 1700 plus the 2050 yenye iliingia, right? So unapata for now, for the pre-London, well, if you took in this trade, for me it would have come in with around 3800, right? Lakini it's because we have considered taking out purchase from the markets. Now see, when you're not closing in purchase, trading becomes another whole different kind of business, right? Because on a position like this, well, you'll be sitting at around 7,000, 8,000 ish. But since here you are scalping and you have some purchase closing in, unapata your win rate goes down. But that's also something you work with time. Unapata you can actually get the 7Gs. Mi mwenyewe sijazitoa kwa soko. I can actually be able to pull out like 3,800 straight up. Wewe ni nani? So Maybe the analysis for today sijui ama zitasaidia anybody, but this would have been the trade to take. Now if you looking for education, this is what we do, man. This is how we move our money around. This is the education you should be going for. You should watch at least this video 3 or 4 times, right? And then that's it right now. Tunaweza sema we are on London main, na tunaona London main pia ikikuja, we still expecting volume. Now for at this time, I will not advise anybody to be taking no trade. Kwa nini? First, we've already had a massive move kwa hizi soko, si ndio? We already have a massive move here, maybe 150 plus pips. Now if you're taking any trade right here, unachukua trade gani? To be specific, are you taking a buy? Are you taking a sell? No, that's gambling. First you will have to wait to see this price form another resistance zone kama hii, and then maybe when a support form is formed na tukikuja ku break this resisting zone, yeah, now you can call this particular time London. Then you can use hizo nini mbili, hizo variance mbili to actually try and execute a trade. So for me, I'll be sitting in for main London session, maybe sijui ama nitamanage NYC, but that's it for me, man. Just one trade is just easy for you. 2,500 on a daily, Monday to Friday. It's just easy for you guys to be making these chums. Lakini this is not for the lazy people, man. Yeah, so that would be the analysis and the trade actually that would have been taken on 04th of January 2023 on gold, and we stop it at that.